What's up, Giant Slayers? Diving right into technique number 1, lasso guard to omoplata. Notice how I'm elevating off my bottom foot as I roll through. Immediately looking to cover the back. Here we are again, one more time, in real speed. Okay, second technique, close guard to omoplata. Notice how I punch the hand to the outside. Slight bridge, opening up his elbow. Trying to use the blade of my forearm to open that elbow, stepping on his back, closing my knee to break his posture, passing my leg in front of the face, immediately covering the back. One more time in real speed. Here we go. Alright guys, technique number 3, preventing opponents from posturing up once you have the omoplata. So here I am going for the previous technique. I have his posture broken, looking to set up my omoplata and cover his back. Right here is where most people have a hard time. Big guys like to posture up and throw you off. Notice how I'm up on my toes, backpedaling, trying to change the relationship between my knee and his hip, trying to get my knee behind his hips. As he postured up, notice how he knocked himself backwards, looking to get a tight grip on the shoulder and stripping out the finish. Here we are one more time. Okay, so notice once I cover the back, Tim's starting to posture up. I'm looking to get my hips behind his hips, forcing him to collapse. Tight gable grip there, shrimp, shrimp, shrimp to get the finish. Alright guys, technique number 4, Williams guard to omoplata. Punching Tim's hand to the outside, looking to set up Williams guard. I like to stop in an S grip before I cup the shoulder there, having to modify for my short arms. Again, coming out to the omoplata, immediately looking to cover Tim's back and finish. One more time here in real speed. Again, punching Tim's hand to the outside of my body, looking to get my grips, setting up my Williams guard, passing my knee, then my foot in front of his face, sitting up to cover the hips and finish. Technique number 5, De La Hiva to omoplata. Notice how I'm De La Hiva here. I'm controlling the near side sleeve, off balancing him and looking to omoplata. Okay, one more time. Again, kicking that leg out, forcing Tim to pose, setting up my omoplata, throwing my legs over, and again, immediately covering the back. Now, some of you guys might be thinking, well, can't the guy posture up? Yeah, you're right, he could in this situation. So technique number 6, hook in the far armpit, forcing his posture to break and finishing. Technique number 7, guys, lasso hiva to omoplata. Lasso hiva is just like playing lasso guard, but you're also going to hook the De La Hiva at the same time, forcing him over, waiting for your opponent to scramble back up to the top, and setting up an omoplata on the opposite arm. Here we are one more time, setting up my lasso guard first, then getting my De La Hiva hook. Notice I'm pushing off the mat with my right leg, off balancing him, waiting for his reaction and catching him on the way up. Alright guys, technique number 8, X guard to omoplata. So I got the same grips as the previous technique. This time as I off balanced him, I'm looking to get underneath him and set up my X guard, or modified X guard here. Stepping on the far knee, forcing him to post and off balance, and looking to set up my omoplata again. By the way, guys, I am on Instagram at David vs Goliath BJJ. Feel free to shoot me a follow or a DM and look forward to connecting with you there. Okay, technique number 9, knee slice to omoplata. Here I am looking for a reverse collar tie, looking to cover Tim's head with my left knee. Most guys off the bottom are going to look to come up to a single leg. I'm looking to time that and fall straight into an omoplata. Okay, so one more time here, looking at knee cut, cover. As he comes up, sitting to my left hip, throwing my leg over, and omoplata. Technique number 10, guys, backpedal to re-omoplata. So a lot of times once you have the omoplata, your opponent's going to look to roll. In this case, I let Tim roll. Okay, now I'm going to look to backpedal off the mat laterally, forcing Tim to re-roll, and catching him in the re-roll, controlling that far side armpit, and finishing. Okay, notice again here, guys, as Tim goes to re-roll, I let him roll, I sit up, pushing off the mat, right, forcing him to belly down, looking to catch him on his way down, controlling that armpit, and finishing. Little bonus technique right here, finishing behind the head. Alright guys, technique number 11, arm crush options off of the omoplata. You guys just saw one of them, just wanted to show another, one of my favorites here. Backpedaling, okay, controlling that far side armpit. If Tim posts his hand, he can pull it behind the head here. 1, catch the tap, or 2, in front of the face, catch the tap. Alright guys, technique number 12 is going to be another re-roll after your opponent escapes by rolling out. This time I'm trying to backpedal, he's not letting me, so I opt to shoulder roll, forcing him to sit up, catching his far side armpit, hooking at the shoulder line, not at the bicep, guys, covering with a gable grip, pushing off the mat to shrimp, and finish. Here we are one more time in real speed. By the way, guys, if you guys are catching this or practicing this live, highly recommend you go slow on this finish right here. Shrimp nice and slow, allow your opponent a chance to tap. Technique number 13, if you guys can't catch the shoulder for whatever reason, reach up for the collar. Alright guys, technique number 14, Omoplata the S-mount armbar. As you guys try to re-roll and backpedal, your opponent stops you by looking to elbow escape, and you guys set him up for an S-mount armbar. Here we are one more time. If he's got a good grip, reach behind the tricep, stomp your foot to the mat, and finish. Alright guys, technique 15 and 16 is another good option. You guys can step over the head with your right leg in this situation, cross your feet around your opponent's head, look to control their elbow by rolling their elbow up into your chest, nice and tight, hipping out and catching the Omoplata. If their hand pops out, you can also turn that into an armbar. Alright guys, Omoplata technique number 17. If you guys do backstep and your opponent is able to elbow escape and catch your ankle into a quarter guard, you guys have the option to frame your partner's head, pass your top leg over their face, and look to fish their bottom leg out by going low on the lever, pulling up the ankle over your hip line, catching your opponent in a pretzel plata a la Clark Gracie. Alright guys, one more time in real speed here. As I go to backstep, Tim's elbow escaping, catching a quarter guard, I'm passing my leg over and looking to set up the pretzel plata. Clark Gracie actually did this to me live. It was incredibly difficult for me to escape out of. If you guys haven't checked that out, I'll leave a link above. Alright guys, technique number 18 is one of my favorites. I like to do it all the time. Omoplata from the mounted position. A lot of times when your opponent reaches around your back, I like to dominate the inside wrist, staple their arm to the mat with my knee, pass my leg over the face, force them to belly down, and look to catch the Omoplata. Another good little detail here, guys, on my left side, I am pinching my knee tight to my opponent's back, making sure he can't escape his arm. Alright guys, technique number 19 is going to be setting up the Omoplata from a half guard. A lot of times when you go to the Omoplata, your opponent likes to step over your bottom leg, forcing you into a half guard. It doesn't really matter, you guys can still stretch out your leg and look to belly down for the finish. Notice, however, I am maintaining a really good control over his elbow the entire time, not allowing that hand to slip out. Alright guys, technique number 20 is one of my favorites. From butterfly guard, a lot of times my opponent likes to reach for an underhook. I'll C-clamp the back of his elbow and look to pinch for an armbar. As he rolls his thumb down to escape, I look to immediately transition to an Omoplata. One more time here from another angle. Alright you guys, technique 21, last but not least, preventing the arm from slipping out, turning to the side, using my stomach to control that hand. You don't want your opponent to be able to get their hand out to the opposite side hip, so turning, using your stomach, rolling your stomach on top of their wrist, keeping it nice and tight so they can't escape. There you have it, you guys, 21 Omoplata techniques. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.